Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we're talking about the disappearance of Jack and Lilly Sullivan, the two young siblings from Pictou County, Nova Scotia, who vanished without a trace back on May 2nd of this year. Lilly was just 6 years old and Jack only 4, and yet somehow they slipped from their homes into a mystery that the entire community, and now indeed the world, has no idea where they are, except maybe someone does out there. Speaking of someone, Daniel Martell, the children's stepfather, his mask is slipping and he's throwing a fit online.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is September 10th, 2025. It is currently 10:24 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all in chat. It's a little late for me, especially for my first stream of the day. But we are here, honey. We are here. Good to see you, Miss Sherry, Shannon, Tina, Rob, Michaela, Susan, Misty, Sherry, Pamela, Panda, Golden, Robin. Good to see you all. Me and you, lovely Roxy. Hello, everyone. Shannon, Kelly, Chickadee, Linda, Susan, Abigail, Carol, Bonnie, Shannon. Good to see you, honey. Glad to see you. Sandy, Bouchit, Kelly. Good to see you. Michaela, feeling much better. Thank you so much, dear Witchy. Deborah, Connie. Good to see you, Leslie. Misty, wait, what? Tina, Layla, Tammy, there we go. Francis, Joanne, Susie, Sherry, Robin, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm feeling much better. Much. Yesterday was the best day I had in a long time, and today is right there. Is right there with it. Thanks to some good old supplements. Sometimes you need some supplements. What a day it has been. Obviously, the national news that's going on, it's just crazy. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, um, no place for this in America or the world for someone having a different opinion than you. So our thoughts and our prayers go out to the family that lost um, a guy just trying to spread his opinion and through debate and all of that. Two young children, very sad, very sad. And all the people that had to witness that today, it's unimaginable, unimaginable. We really need more tolerance of one another in this world. We're not supposed to think alike. And it would be, God didn't want us to think alike. He made everything different, right? So, very, very sad. Yeah, Charlie Kirk. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It's craziness. But we are here to talk about Jack and Lilly Sullivan case. And Daniel, in my opinion, his mask is slipping a little bit. He went off on Facebook earlier. And it's just kind of one of the, we'll get into it. We'll get into it a lot. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Is there a, do we have a boost button yet? Let me see if I have a boost button. It's not, it's just rolling out as it's, no, I still haven't got it yet. I'm waiting for that. Okay. Don't got it yet. Yeah, they're kind of just rolling out as they go along. Anyway, guys, do me a favor. Please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And also share the live out for extra points. Consider becoming a member. We would love to have you as a new member, or you can gift a member. That always helps as well. Appreciate you so much for being here. Oh, Wendy, thank you so much. 15 months. 15 months. So much better. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you, Miss Wendy. Good to see you. Hype button. That's it. Hype button. Yeah. So thank you so much, Miss Wendy. Really do appreciate you very, very much. And thank you for the well wishes, my dear. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the hype button, not boost. All right, so lots to talk about. Little Miss Daniel, he has been on Facebook today. It only works on videos, not lives or premieres. Oh, no. Maybe it's after the live. Because I know it works on lives, but I think it's maybe after the live. Maybe that's what it is. We'll check. Okay. I'll read some more into it. All right. So, Daniel, his little mask is slipping. Maybe he's feeling more confident now that, these documents are out, and he thinks that nothing to see here, nothing to see here. But I've also been hearing that he's been a little. Yeah, he sure does. Mohawk. I'm also hearing that he has not been so confident this week. So we'll see. But he responded to someone and he said, Callie, shut the up. This has gone on for too long. I never used Malaya or the kids. Look at the documents, GD documents. Malaya even said in there, I didn't even physically discipline them. And why would I ever abuse kids? Come on, give your head a shake. Stop with the damn seeking. It's foolish. Well, Malaya did say that in the documents. She did say that in the documents. But also, Daniel, I'm sure that's what she was going to say. But you know what she told us, right, Daniel? That you held her down many times. Did you forget that part? Did you forget that part? You little lion sack of caca. You forgot that part, didn't you, Daniel? Come on, man. Get with it. That as well is true. Yes. According to Durwood, he claims Daniel likes to hit others. Durwood even said Daniel told him that. But you see, the problem is Daniel is a serial liar. Just unrelenting serial liar. And then someone writes, Daniel, so why did she leave you and block you and never look back? This is the question has been on my mind for 4 months. Nobody wants to say why. This is weird. Put it to rest. Why do you think she ditched you right after? Very good question. Very good question because, I mean, I've never seen a case where the next day the mother or the father leaves, blocks them, and never comes back. There's a reason. There's a reason. Now, to be fair, I don't think things were very good in that house to begin with, before the kids went missing, right? I mean, look at the conditions. Look at the conditions that the kids were in. I mean, neither one of them provided security for the kids and even clothes, winter clothes for that matter. Remember that the teachers gave them clothes, big coats, and all of that. Has he ever addressed his math habit? He denies that. He denies that. We'll get into that in a minute. Daniel says, Teresa, she was hugging me and crying on my shoulder right before the first search briefing with the commander of operations and led search team members, then went into the ambulance with her mother, Cindy, for 5 minutes. Do you think, do you not think people hug and cry on their abusers? You really need to learn some things, don't you, Daniel? People hug and cry on their abusers all the time, especially when they're in the situation. Thank you, Daniel, for telling us Daniel was not abusive. Appreciate that very much. So yeah. When they came out, Malaya was terrified with fear, couldn't look at me, and she was shaking. All she kept saying over and over was, I have to go with mom. I have to go with my mom. So you're saying that it didn't take a lot to convince her that she needed to get the hell out of Dodge? She was crying on your shoulder, and then she goes into the back of an ambulance, and it only took her 5 minutes of convincing to squeal the fuck out of that popsicle stand? Is that what you're saying, Daniel? I mean, that doesn't make your argument look too good, buddy. It really doesn't. 5 minutes. They were squealing tires to get out of there. And she hasn't looked back since, Daniel. Because I'll say it. I believe the reason, no matter what happened, I believe the reason why Jack and Lilly Sullivan are not here today is because of that moron. That moron. Mathtel. Mr. Mathtel. You see, people get themselves in these situations. They might not be the best people themselves, but they get themselves in these situations. And what happens? What happens? Nothing good comes out of it. Nothing good comes out of it, right? I think Malaya was probably lazy while she was there. She was probably depressed. I mean, she was probably depressed living where she was living. I mean, respectfully, there's not, rainbows and butterflies feeling you get when you're there. You just don't. It's very depressing. It's very depressing. Right? And when you're constantly running the roads, Daniel, because I hear it got worse when you was only working 1 day a week, Daniel. That's when I hear things got worse. Right? And that's when allegedly, at least I'll say in my opinion, the mathematics started a lot more, in my opinion. People's got time on their hands. You might be depressed about not working. Malaya's not getting her check anymore because of, the things that went down with alleged claiming other kids and taxes or whatever. Right? Thank you, Miss Shannon. Good to see you, Mamacitas. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you, Miss Shannon. Thank you so much for your support, my love. Thank you so much, Wannabe Sleuth, and good to see you, honey. And they lost the money for the kids because he did not file taxes, supposedly. Correct. Allegedly. So there's that. It really is, lady. It really is. When they came out, okay, where was I? Cindy came between us. I said, Cindy, effing get, and waved my arms at her. I said, Cindy, effing get, and waved my arms at her go. I think it means at her to go. Malaya couldn't even make eye contact. Whatever was said inside the ambulance changed Malaya. It took 5 minutes to change her, y'all. Took 5 minutes to change Miss Malaya. I think, Daniel, you find Cindy as a threat, right? That can act, this is what I said. Go back and check it. I believe Cindy realized what was going on in this house after she was there Friday, spent the night into Saturday morning, and realized what Malaya was living in, the conditions around her, and all of that. And just like any good mother would say, girl, get your shit together. You need to get straightened out. You need to get detoxed if you need to be detoxed. You need to get your shit together. you're not living like this anymore. And she picked up her daughter and she said, the fuck out of here. You're not living with someone that's holding you down, allegedly, and taking your phone and keeping you out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. One of my kids, if I seen him living like that, oh my God. I would be, what is that Mortal Kombat guy that says, get over here? That would be me. No, you want better for your kids. Now, sadly, Cindy did not pass the gene to Malaya, it seems, because she's not been very active for her children, unfortunately. But I understand Cindy doing that. Of course I do. I mean, she doesn't get any money. Like I said, I feel bad for Malaya in this aspect. She didn't have any fucking money, right? Whether Malaya was using something or not, they didn't have any fucking money because you know where it was going. Whether there's one person in the house or two people in the house, you know where that money was going, in my opinion, right? Going to the grandma's house. She allegedly ripped off Patty as well, her grandma. Yep. Absolutely. Unfortunately, that's what addiction does. It's what it does. And I mean, you're constantly surrounded by his family, and she didn't even have a car for a long time. She just got a car right before the kids went missing. And to be honest with you, I think Daniel didn't want that. He wanted her to be in that house doing nothing else because he was a jealous prick. Period. That's all he was, a jealous prick. Let's be honest. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Where was I? Cindy said, Malaya is in the car now. She demanded she get in. Good for Cindy. Because that's what any parent worth their salt would do. I mean, we all have someone that has addiction in our family, right? Someone we know, someone close to us, or whatever. One of my sisters, she's gave me every story in the book in the past, giving her money, and then I stopped, right? But there's been times where you get in the car and you're like, bitch, get in the car, or I'm gonna whoop your ass till you get in the car, because I'm not gonna see you die right here. Okay? That's what a mother does. That's what a friend does. That's what a family member does. She didn't want to see her daughter living like that. I'm sorry, Teresa. Oh, Joyous, you did it again. Thank you so much, Mommy. Thank you so much, Mama Seekers. That's right. That's exactly what you do. Joyous, thank you so much, Mama. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our Joyous a big mother chicken thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Really, really do appreciate you, my love. Good to see you, Miss Joyous. She is so generous to me. So many of you guys are just amazing to me, and I appreciate you more than you could ever know. What's that, Roxy? What's that, Roxy? Hey, Sarah. Good to see you, babies. Let me know what Roxy says. Maybe she was talking to someone in chat. I don't know. They sped away, leaving me at the time to only put my hand on the back window. I can't. This is just as bad as the fucking lipstick thing in the. Oh, Daniel. This is reason 9,436 to the second power. Nobody believes you in anything because you're a diva. You are a diva. The way you guys are going to just shit when you hear this. Oh my gosh. YouTube acting up, going out and coming back in. I don't know. Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says. They sped away, leaving me at the time to only put my hand on the back of the window. And I said, I love you, honey tomato. Then the allegations started flooding in. I don't abuse women or children. Guys, listen. He put the hand on the back of the window. No, baby, no. No. Like a movie. Oh. That's what he says. Fucking up. I mean, listen, hold on. Like I get that, but the hand, it's like, but when did she? Okay, Daniel, what the fuck happened to my microphone? Hold on one second. Echo, echo. Echo, echo. Okay. What does my microphone sound different? Okay, there we go. What did there we go. When did she have, but Daniel, now I got a question. When did she get to write I love you in the mirror with the lipstick, Daniel? Because you're making it seem like she went into the ambulance with her mom. 5 minutes later, she comes out and she says, get in the car, and they spin off, and your hand is touching the window. And when was the lipstick note and saying that she took 2 of your shirts so she could smell you, but also block you and never talk to you again? Waiting for that. It might be YouTube. It might not even be my mic. It might just be YouTube glitching. Maybe, Mohawk, maybe. He's the Lulu. He's the Lulu. Even remember, right, Kathy? I mean, this is the craziest shit ever. Let's see here. Then someone says, thank you for responding. I honestly can't say what happened, and neither can anyone else unless they were there. What on earth could she have said that would make Malaya change like that? Thank you, ma'am. My question precisely. I mean, it didn't take much if it was a 5-minute conversation. My mother tried to stop me from being with someone, and she got in my face. I was 23, and I didn't see him the same as she did. So I stood my ground. Like, it's been 4 months, and she has not only broke up, but blocked you and never spoke to you again. All her photos of you are deleted. She is no longer with her mom, so clearly uh, is free to do whatever she wants. And that's a very good point, right? Listen, hello, Daniel. Malaya is out living her life, right? Just like you are. Uh, Neither one of you are doing anything other than either not talking or, trying to make people believe you. So, are you still saying the spell of Malaya's mother is still over her? Is that what you're saying? Because clearly it didn't take much to get her in that car. A 5-minute talk and get in the fucking car. We're out of here. And she's pretty much blocking you and deleting your photos on the way when she first left you 5 minutes later. It didn't take her long. Didn't take her long at all. Hey, Cher. Check Cher's text. I didn't get a text from her. Make sure. I didn't get a text from her. Does Daniel's girlfriend know he's mourning Malaya still? I don't think he's mourning Malaya. I think he is mourning what Malaya knows. That's what I think he's mourning, in my opinion. Someone says, Daniel, I think she was terrified of you. Now he says, she was hugging me and crying on my shoulder right before the first briefing with commander of operations and lead search team member, then went into an ambulance with her. Okay, I think I already read that one, right? Okay, I read that one. Let me see if he says anything here. Right here. Okay, well, Belinda pipes in here. Go, Belinda. Go, Belinda. Let me see if Daniel says anything. Belinda says, you told me she looked at you with disgust, not fear. And you said you fought over giving spankings because she was too slack and they wouldn't listen to her. I don't care what's on the document papers. Can we give Belinda? Yes, ma'am. Tell him, Belinda. And even Malaya told us via text, and I'll show them to you in this live. Yes, ma'am. Go, Belinda. That's right. Shut up, Cher. How sure are you of that? How sure are you of that, Cher? Boy, that'll be something if that's true. That's gonna make me wonder. Someone said, okay, Belinda. Daniel said back to Belinda. Belinda Gray, that's now a look of being ashamed, Belinda. I think he means not. Daniel says, Belinda Gray, I don't spank kids or hit them. It doesn't solve anything. I don't do it with any of my other kids. Daniel, nobody believes you. Nobody. Nobody believes you. That's just it. I can't help it. What is it? And when you said, shut up, Cher, I heard Doug's voice. Oh, second to know. I forgot about that. They are back together. I don't know. I don't know if they are not. That'd be interesting. And someone said, Daniel, too many inconsistencies from you and your mother. It's not adding up. Mike says, what's the difference between the Daniel she when she first met and the Daniel she became? Bingo! I've said that 1,000 times. Said that 1,000 times, was the first one to say it. Daniel, you obviously changed. You obviously changed. Remember? Tell her I'll be the Daniel when we first met, when we walked on the beach together and, smoked crack under the waterfall or whatever it was that you said. Whatever it was. Some BS again, but you clearly was trying to get her back. And maybe you still are. Maybe you still are. I mean, your last name's not Mathtel for nothing. Boo boo. Right? Let's see if he responds here. Okay. Daniel says here, again, someone said, Daniel, really, how did they get those black eyes? And then Belinda says, most of us carry our parents' traits. Both of your parents are no nonsense, strong willed, stubborn, old school, raised you. You also carry those traits. Malaya has told others that you were physical and told me you were the jealous type. Now the story has changed. Daniel is the jealous type, in my opinion. He doesn't want he wants someone pregnant and barefooted. That's what he wants. That's what Daniel wants. Pregnant and barefooted. You stay at the house. I'm going to check your phone when I get home, right? You're not getting a car. And I think Malaya was done with it. He wants total control. Absolutely, Zach. Absolutely. Total. Yep. Yep. Ooh, damn, Cher. Let me see here. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Mm, I gotcha. I gotcha. All right. Very interesting. Very, very interesting developments with our maximum zooming in capabilities. I said from start, Daniel and Malaya still in contact. Well, she's on her own now, right? And I think we'll see. We'll see. That's also an energy thing. Look at Daniel's first video in the rain. He looks so guilty. His energy screams it. You know, when I first saw Daniel, I swear, when I first saw him, I thought when he was in the rain, I thought of what's the two farmers with the pitchforks, the goth or whatever. To me, that's what he looked like a with the pitchfork. They're like the farmers. I don't know. That's just that's just the image I got. Very first image I got of Daniel was that. All right, so get this. Belinda says, okay, I read that one. Okay. Let's see here. What else? Belinda says here, is people being mean to Belinda? Don't be mean to Belinda. She's the only one out here that has ever been speaking up for the children. It's not like, people use that, well, she didn't see him for some time. Well, that's not because of her. Wasn't because of her. It's because of who? Daniel, who didn't want Malaya being around, in my opinion, number one, her ex, and number two, didn't want people coming there to the house to see. Look at this. This says, yes, Daniel is the problem. And yes, the abuse happened multiple times. And people still don't get that his abuse and CPS involvement is the key to the whole case. It certainly cannot be overlooked. As soon as CPS police connected, CPS was sending lots of frantic internal emails, including the top official who made a statement, regardless if they had a case open or recently closed. One of the family, the children going missing is a massive concern for them and will likely result in a CPS inquiry, i.e., Jack's black eye in December of 2024. Don't forget what happened when Lilly and Jack went missing. Who had a black eye? Lilly. And she also had what was it? A cough. Mhm. We see this all the time. All the time, y'all. Yeah, American Goth is the painting, yeah. Yeah, I think that Belinda, what did Zach say? Yeah, I think that Belinda, I'd tear up because I know she's hurting inside badly. Me too. Yeah. Yeah, I feel really bad for Belinda. She's a good person, and she just wants answers for these kids. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's see if there's anything else before we get along with it. I'll show you some things Malaya said about Daniel. But him telling people to shut the up is that's crazy. His mask is slipping, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, let's go to this real quick. When was this? This was not too long ago. Whenever Malaya came out, and I think she spoke to Sunny about this. Daniel, if you're talking to Malaya, you should ask her about these. Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up. Would greatly appreciate it. Show them all you want. Let's see here. God, they're freaking blurry. I might have to get the other ones out. Daniel was only lying to the media. I don't know why. He is not lying to the police or CPS. Both our statements to the police are the same. But the media, he has completely different story blaming me. I don't know why. And then let me see here. He says in other ones where Daniel has held her down. She also says Daniel, Janie, and I think it might have been Justin's timelines don't match up in the media. She says a lot of that. I'll have to come back to that one another day. All right, so this is the main one we're going to get to right here. Oh, maybe these are more clear. These might be more clear. Okay. And you know, whenever they first came, the RCMP came there, they immediately took her out of the home, Little Meadow, right? Immediately took her out. Okay. Bear with me, guys, 1 second. Might go back to those messages, but look at these right here. Mr. Daniel. Here's some messages that you have said. Is this the right one? Daniel says, I tried to learn and observe everything that I was allowed to. I bet you did, Daniel. I bet you did. I can't speak on anything regarding to Malaya. It sickens me to know that Janie had to go through all of this. Oh, wrong one. Shit. 1 second. These are not the right ones. Okay. I'm mixed up. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. Let me just get to this. This is what we'll do. We'll finish the other one because I'm fucking backwards right now. Justin's Danny's brother. Danny brother, what's the truth? Danny's brother? Okay, we'll go through the documents again. He will, Misty. Lies and deception, all of that. Absolutely. Malaya, we know that you can't be a mom, in my opinion, at least. Be a woman enough to stand up. Absolutely. She's got to. He really has. He really has. I don't think Daniel, he is really a narcissist. He really is. He has this picture of what he wants it to be like, but he doesn't, in my opinion, put the action to get there to those things. And he just like makes it these stories up in his head. So he thinks it'll sound better to people. And it's just addiction, in my opinion. All right. So we're going to finish not finish, there's freaking 500 pages, but some of the statements again. And Daniel, you can't dispute these, boo-boo. This is the documents. Also, the things that you have been quoted in the news as well of you saying you have high conflicting versus this versus the news. So Malaya was absolutely right when she said, which I just read a minute ago, that Daniel is telling investigators one thing and telling the news something completely different, right? All right. Daniel provided two statements to police on May 2nd, 2025 and May 4th, 2025. The following is a summary of what he said. Daniel said Malaya took the baby Meadow and left with the family. She blocked him on social media and he couldn't get in contact with her. What were you trying to do, Daniel? Not only were you trying to Snapchat her, FaceTime her, call her, text her, video message her, Instagram her. You was trying to get other people to get in contact with her, right? Leaving messages. And you make it clear right here. When asked about Friday morning, Daniel said the following. Daniel said he was in the bedroom with Malaya and Meadow, who were in bed with them. Lilly came in a couple times, but he did not check his phone to see. The television was on and it was daylight outside. Lilly didn't say anything. She would just open the door and look in and then again leave. Um, do y'all think Lilly just didn't say anything? You think she just kept poking her head in and not saying anything? Not, I'm hungry, not, can you turn the cartoons on, not any of that? Run the world. How you doing? Thank you so much, my dear. Welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Run the world. She could have seen what happened to Jack and Screen. She could have. Daniel breaks down when he talks about Jack. I've noticed that. That is when you'll see Daniel cry or at least pretend to cry. It could have been trying to take care of baby Jack. Well, she did take care of her brother. She was the best big sister ever. She really was. She's always like holding him, like trying to care for him. Yes, Kylie, you missed a lot, girl. Go back. Yeah, I don't think that they're here alive anymore. Hope I'm wrong. Lilly comes in a couple times, but he did not check his phone to see the time. The television was on and it was daylight outside. Lilly said Lilly didn't say anything. She would just open the door and look in and then again leave. She said that she did that 2 or 3 times. They used to remind her not to rush in the room because they wanted to make sure Meadow got a good sleep. Sometimes the kids would wake her up. Daniel said he got up and he didn't hear the kids. He thought it was only a few minutes since Lilly last poked her head in the door. He said he went out and saw the back sliding door was closed. The kids didn't usually close it when they went outside. Now, Malaya said the same thing. She's like, they never close it when they go outside because it's like a really heavy door. But I mean, I understand kids don't close the door a lot of times. I mean, one of mine would never close the door. Hardly. I had to always be like, close the door, close the door. But Malaya said it was because it was so heavy. Well, if they opened it, it might have been heavy, but they was able to open it. He's pushing his abductive narrative, yeah. Yes. Not no. Yep. Yep. First of all, Malaya, she said she was going to clean. Maybe it was the day before as well. That's a lot of cleaning for nothing to look clean. Super chat not working? Really? I don't know. YouTube's nuts. YouTube's nuts. It is. Is my memberships? Okay. Where were we? Daniel said, okay, when he got up, he thought he went out and saw that the sliding door. Okay, the kids didn't usually close it when they went outside. Their boots were gone. Daniel ran around the house looking for them. Now, to me, that's suspicious. You're not going to look immediately for Jack and Lily's shoes. You're going to have instant panic, right? And you're going to be looking for them. Thank you, butterflies. Thank you, baby. It's working. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't show up on others. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So, what was I saying? What was I saying? Daniel ran around the house looking. Oh, about the shoes. About the shoes. You're not going to just say, "Are there shoes here?" You're going to be looking for them first, right? You're going to be looking for them first. Then it would register to look for the shoes, but I don't think it's going to register immediate like they said. Daniel ran around the house looking for them, but they were not there. Well, Daniel, and we have said this before, but isn't that weird? If you're running around the house to look for Jack and Lily, and you don't look at your mom's house, I believe, in my opinion, that all of this is made up that morning. Sassy, when did you email it, baby? I believe it's all made up. Are the doors locked, windows closed? Are those babies? Well, another thing that strikes me as extremely weird is now Daniel supposedly put, what was it, on the front door because of a bear? Because of a bear? Out of all nights, you put on a wrench. Yeah. You put on a wrench of the front door because of a bear? Why? That doesn't make any sense. I think if he did put a wrench on it, it was because he was paranoid. He was mathed out of his mind. And he thought people were coming to get him. But not the back door or there's 3 doors in that house, right? 3 doors in that house. Front, sliding door, and down at the end. I don't know how you put a fucking wrench on a door and it not open. But I would be more scared that a bear would come from my backyard than it would the front yard. Not just me. And I mean, if it's going to get in your house, Daniel, what's Janie? Lunch meat? I mean, they're going to Look at that, her little camper home thingy. He's wretched. He's wretched. Ratchet. Ratchet. Wretched is what he is. Okay. Daniel ran outside, but they were not in the yard and he couldn't see them. He got in the car and drove around. Oh, do you guys remember? I read it the other day where Janie said Daniel was in the car, and if the kids would have walked up through the yard, they would have seen him. I still don't understand that part. It goes through my mind. Like, was Daniel just sitting in the damn car? Oh my God, what happened to my camera? Hold on, I think my battery died. Guys, give me 2 seconds. My battery died. I'm sorry. Okay, I got it. 2 seconds. I just need to turn it on. Okay. Sorry about that. Bears in jail. Bears in jail. That battery was hot. HOTTOGO. You hot to go. Okay. Here we go. Let me get this back open. Okay, there we go. We're going to do it like this. I'm going to check my email to make sure. Someone said urgent missing kid. 15-year-old Cadence Rainey has been missing since September 5th. It's 5 days from Liberty, Kansas. She left in her grandfather's truck after being grounded and was last seen in Newton. I have not heard of that. Have y'all heard that? That's cray-cray. I'll look at that in just a little bit. Okay. Here we go. So sorry about that, y'all. Okay, listen to this. This one's really good. Listen to this. Daniel, look at this, mother chicken. Malaya said during the day, Daniel had erratic behaviors toward the police officers, she thought. He was very standoffish, and Daniel thought they weren't doing enough. Erratic behaviors? Could it have been the math? Could it have been the math? What are these erratic behaviors? Would it be the erratic behaviors of, I don't know, putting a wrench in the door? Oh, wait, what? You're sweet babies. Thank you so much. Could that be what it is, boo-boo? Come on now. Come on now, Daniel. Gonna be honest. You gotta be honest, right? Okay. Here we go. I gotta find the spot where I was. Daniel said he ran around the house looking for them, but they were not there. Malaya got up when he got up as well and was looking out for the kids. Daniel ran outside, but they were not in the yard and they couldn't see them. He got in the car and drove around, then ran around in the woods looking for them. I don't know why someone is going to get in their car. Okay, Sassy. I don't know why someone is going to get in their car. Yeah. I think I read all of them, didn't I? Hold on. Yeah, I read all those, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he responded anymore, though. Did he? He didn't respond anymore. Make sure. Yeah, he won't say the body of water that he was searching. Daniel also says, this is someone just sent me some things that he responded to on Facebook. And Daniel said the kids were heard and Lilly seen Friday morning. Read the damn documents, Callie. If you don't know how to read, I'll read them for you. Daniel, you have an IQ of 3. Seriously. And someone said, to be fair, the statement given in those documents aren't proof of life. It's what you're saying, your story, not proof. And he doesn't understand. He thinks because he told investigators this, Daniel thinks because he told investigators this, that we have to accept it as the truth. That's just your account, you numbskull. That doesn't mean it's true. That doesn't mean it's true. Read the damn documents. Well, that doesn't mean it's true, you dumbass. It just means that's what you said to the RCMP. People lie to the police, RCMP, all that all the time. Yeah, the bear was passing the pipe to him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. He's such a dumb ass sometimes. All the times. Yeah, I already the person who sent me this, I read all of these in the beginning of the live, my dear. I think he lost the connection with reality a long time ago. Well, truthfully, and this is really sad. This is really sad. There are people that does those type of rugs, and unfortunately, they never come back. Like, they're never the same again. They're never the same again. I went to school with this girl. God, she's freaking gorgeous. Gorgeous girl. And she got in the partying scene, and she did some mathematics, and it's not even her anymore. It's not even her anymore. Like, she did it one time, from what I understand, and she just never came back. And it's very sad to me. Like she'll stand in the road, in the middle of the road, and just like, I'm surprised she hasn't been hit yet. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. And it just, I don't know, man. Really sad. Okay. He got in the car and drove around. He then ran around in the woods looking for them. He searched for hours. FOR, hours. He said he did not look at the time and didn't even take his phone. My goodness. That is so convenient, Daniel. You didn't take your phone. Junkyard Janie didn't take her phone. And Malaya's there at home with Meadow. And so nobody can talk to each other, right? What if one of you guys found the kids? What if you got hurt, Daniel? You remember you said you could have slipped on a rock. Of course, no ping. Of course. Of course. Kids are missing a no phone. That's exactly right, Jolly. Bingo. Bingo. Regarding Thursday, Daniel said the kids did not go to school because Malaya said Lily was sick. They all left home around lunchtime and got gas at the Circle K in Alma and went through the Tim Horton drive-thru for food. Daniel said he thought the kids were sleeping. They drove to Truro and went to Malaya's grandmother's house to do laundry and spent most of the day there. Were you checking people's pockets while you were doing laundry, Daniel and Malaya? They went shopping at Walmart and got food, redacted. They left the grandmother's house around 9:30 and got home around 10:30. Hold on. Wait. Wait a second. Huh? Okay, am I not I thought Wednesday was whenever they went, and it says regarding Thursday, Daniel said the kids did not go to school because Malaya, they all left home around lunchtime and got gas at the Circle K. They also went shopping at Walmart. Then they left their grandmother's house at 9:30 p.m. Thursday. Okay, okay, never mind. Never mind. Sorry, I just had a really blonde moment. They Thursday. Might have been Friday morning. Okay, gotcha. Daniel said he thought Malaya put them to bed. He didn't know when they were wearing what they were wearing because they were underneath the covers when he checked on them. Daniel said he thought he went to bed fairly early that night and didn't wake up until it was light the next morning. He remembered getting an email that Malaya had marked the kids absent at school on his phone around 6:18 on Friday. Am I still not understanding this? Hold on. Thursday. Because they went missing on Friday morning. No. I thought he helped his mom and stuff outside. How do you get home at 10:30? Okay. They were reported missing on Friday morning. Correct. But Thursday evening, I mean, this is what it says. Read the document. I'm just telling you. Regarding Thursday, Daniel said the kids did not go to school. We know that they didn't go to school Thursday, that they left home around lunchtime, went to Circle K in Alma, went to Tim Hortons. Daniel said he thought they were sleeping. They went to grandma's house to do laundry. I thought they did wash on Wednesday as well. But Daniel here is clearly telling them it was the day before. But why is Daniel not wanting to talk about Thursday? If he knows what happened Wednesday, you understand what I'm saying? I agree. Laundry was Wednesday and all that. But why is he telling them it's Thursday that all of that happened? That's what I'm saying. He's not wanting to talk about Thursday because he messed up. Mm-hmm. Daniel. He admits in the documents his days were backwards. He gets to it. How can you not remember the 2 days before what you did Thursday and Friday? Like, it doesn't make any freaking sense. One second. But here's the thing. He says this again. He's confusing 2 days because he says Daniel said he thought he went to bed fairly early and he didn't wake up until it was light the next morning. He remembered getting an email that Malaya had marked the kids absent from school on his phone around 6:18 a.m. on Friday. So he's saying they left grandma's house Thursday, but it was actually Wednesday. And then he's saying he checked on the kids, but he couldn't remember what they were wearing. He's such a Daniel later said Malaya had to get redacted on Thursday between 12:40 and 1:40. So he thought they must have done that before they went to Truro. Daniel said he went to bed early. He remembered getting an email. Okay. Daniel could not remember if they went to town on Wednesday or not. Huh? Daniel, you went to Patty's and did the laundry for 10 hours. I agree, Shannon. I don't think you did at all. Oh, yeah. You're exactly right, Tina. He said Daniel could not remember if they went to town on Wednesday or not. He said he had a conversation with someone who was helping his with the redacted. But he thought that was on Tuesday. Regarding the family situation, Daniel said they used to live with Malaya's grandmother, but they moved, redacted. They moved to Daniel's mother's house, and Daniel's mother moved into the camping trailer on the same property. Daniel's uncle and father lives down the road. He has a good relationship with his family. Daniel said Lily and Jack were sheltered. but they always watched them outside, including his mother. His mother would always tell them if they didn't have coats or boots on. Well, so would the teachers because they were the one that bought them the boots, or not the boots, the coat. Redacted. He said discipline in the house was just talking to the kids and telling them why they could not do things. Daniel said the kids did not listen to Malaya. And you got frustrated, didn't you, Daniel? Didn't you? They only listened to him. Wonder why? He said they did not physically discipline the kids. I believe he is just like Jake Harrow whenever he knows exactly what to say to play the system. You can buy Tim Hortons and no coat. I think that they ate out every day, like every single day. They for the whole family. I don't think she either one of them really uh ever. Ooh, what's this? Hold on. What is this? Okay, someone sent me some. I don't know what that is. Okay, moving on. Daniel said when he went out to look for the kids in the house and didn't realize they weren't there, he went back to his bedroom and got dressed before going outside to look at them, to look for them. Daniel confirmed the kids could not go out the front door because he had jammed a wrench or a bolt in there to make sure it didn't open. He said he does that most nights because there is a bear that used to hang out around outside. That morning, he had to rip the door open to get out with a metal piece fell out on the floor. He said they knew there was no way that they could have gone out that way. He took the car and went around to look. When he came back, the RCMP were there and told him not to go back into the woods. But by that time, his mom was there with Uncle Rob and they waited with them. There was a time when he was looking in the woods, he thought he heard a scream that sounded like Jack and Lily. Daniel, you thought you heard a sound that sounded like Jack or Lily in the Pictou County forest? Okay. That's must have been the math talking. Must have been the math talking. Okay. There was a time when he was looking in the woods, he thought he heard a scream that sounded like Jack and Lily. He stopped and stood still for a little while, but the helicopter overhead was too loud and he didn't hear anything else. Oh my God. Daniel, you're a dumbass. At one point on Friday before dark, he took a half of hour video on his phone of where he was searching. It was a steep part of a hill, and he does not think Jack or Lily could have gone that way. Oh my God. Oh my God. He took a half an hour video of him searching. And there was a steep hill, and he says Jack or Lily couldn't have gone that way. Okay. Remember, he said it was only 20 minutes. The maximum they could have been gone. I'm going to lose my mind on this, guys. Okay. He was using the flashlight on his phone to try and see in culverts, but he didn't see anything in the water. Oh, really? Really, Daniel? They talked about what happened on Wednesday and Thursday. Daniel initially had the days mixed up, but when confirmed through online banking and his online or his phone rather, that they spent Wednesday in Truro with Malaya's grandmother and went to run errands, including Malaya's redacted on Thursday. In addition to what he provided in his statements, he said the following about Thursday. Daniel said he had Facebook messages from Malaya around 12:07 p.m. She was talking about McDonald's toys. How old is she? And she's talking about McDonald's toys. He said he might have been out in the yard, might have been out in the yard playing with Jack and Lily when she sent those messages. Oh, just dad throwing the ball with the son, right? That's what Daniel wants to look like. He's just throwing the ball with the son. Yeah. Yeah, but isn't that something? He brings his phone after they go missing, right? And he records, but he doesn't bring his phone when they initially go missing. How convenient, Daniel. He was out. He might have been outside playing with Jack and Lily when he saw those messages. They all went to Malaya's blood work appointment and got there around 12:50. Malaya went to get blood work and he stayed in the car with the kids. All three kids were sleeping, so it was quiet. He looked at his banking information on his phone and remembered they went to the Dollarama and Lawton's on the way home. They all went into the Dollarama and only Malaya went into Lawton's. Daniel said Malaya would have talked to her mother later in the day because her mother called 2 or 3 times every day. Her grandmother also probably called. Daniel checked his Google Maps timeline and detailed Thursday as well. The only new information provided was that they stopped at Acropole to pick up Pounties. What is that? Is that paper towels? They talked about his relationship with Malaya. He said the following, and it's redacted, all that. Daniel said he always takes his phone when he leaves the house, and his timeline will say he was home. How interesting, Daniel. You say that you will always take your phone, and your phone will reflect that. But whenever you go out to check for the children, one of the most crucial times you could have your phone, you don't take your phone. How convenient. How convenient. Also, anger and rage was present as well as physical and mental, emotional abuse for children. Absolutely. Absolutely. 1,000%. Blood work for what? I don't know. She had a doctor's appointment that day. It's called poutine. Poutine? Like Putin? Poutine? What did I say earlier? I don't even remember what I said. But look here. Daniel says he always takes his phone when he leaves the house, and his timeline in the timeline will say he was home. On May 3rd, 2025, Redacted reported to police that Jack and Lily's biological father might have them. The following as a summary at 12:45. Askew received a phone message from the RCMP dispatch. It said Redacted had called and indicated Cody might have picked up the children. She said she did not have any proof of this. She just wanted to make sure every possibility is looked into. At 12:57 a.m., Andrew received a second message from Redacted through RCMP dispatch. Redacted wanted to know if Cody had been contacted and said, Redacted, he might have taken the children to New Brunswick. How far is New Brunswick? I heard Meadow had a dream appointment. I heard Malaya had a doctor's appointment. Which is it? How could he be looking in culverts with a flashlight? Kelly! Good job! Kelly gets the comment. Kelly gets the comment. Yes. Daniel, how the hell could you be looking in the culverts if you didn't have your phone, you dumbass? Very good. Very, very, very good. Yeah, and your phone would get waterlogged. Daniel, I know you're watching. Go ahead and type. You can call me a dumbass or whatever you want, Daniel. Just tell us the answer. Come on. I'll let you. You can cuss me to one side or the other. I will give no shits. Come on. Just tell us, Daniel. Let's go. Poutine, they're good. I like putting coleslaw on top too. What's a poutine? That sounds like a personal problem. In my opinion, Daniel won't be smirking too much longer. Things will turn around. I hope, Shannon. Shit, I hope. I really do. This is crazy. Cheese curds, gravy on fries? Is that a Canadian thing? I don't ever remember seeing that in Canada. Okay, this is where they speak to Cody and all that. Okay. All right, this is what the bus driver says, guys. I want Chinese food, I ain't playing. Listen to what the bus driver says. Okay, 1 second. On May 2nd, 2025, and May 14th, 2025, two statements were obtained by Brian Ward, Lilly and Jack's school bus driver. The following is a summary of what was said. Lilly and Jack were at school on Tuesday when their stepfather, Daniel, took them off the school bus at 2:42 p.m. There was no school on Wednesday, and they were not at school on Thursday and Friday. It was the normal routine for Malaya or Daniel to take the kids off the bus because Jack was buckled in and needed to be unbuckled as the drivers were not allowed to do it. Why is drivers not allowed to unbuckle a kid? Why? I don't understand that. Why can't you unbuckle a kid? Okay. The buses have video surveillance. He pulled the video and dropped it off at the bus depot. He found out Lilly and Jack were missing from his daughter and went to help with the search on Friday and over the weekend. On May 3rd, 2025, Corporal Donaldson and Spears took a statement from Nancy, Jack and Lily's teacher. The following information of what she said. Oh, it's all redacted. Nancy said she had redacted, lots of redacted. Nancy never met Malaya but spoke with her. Malaya, you never met Jack and Lily's teacher? And you said they were behind all the other kids at school? And you never fucking talked to the teacher? What a poor kids, man. Poor kids. You never made face-to-face contact with your kid's teacher. And you said they were behind all the other kids at school. Horrible mom. Horrible mom. I don't like to judge like that generally, but when it's like this, horrible. Absolutely horrible. She says, Malaya was polite in conversation whenever I guess she emailed or whatever. Nancy asked Malaya about the kid's biological father, Cody Sullivan. Malaya said he did not have contact with them. Redacted, redacted. They were marked absent by Malaya by email on Thursday and Friday. On the week, they went missing because of illness. What does the footnote say? Nothing really. On May 5th, 2025, Haynes and Hall took a statement from Patty Pearson, Malaya's grandmother. She said the following. Patty said she last saw them all when they came to visit. She was not sure of the date, but said it was early in the week, 1 or 2 weeks before when they came over. Daniel stayed in the car and Malaya did laundry. Huh? So Daniel sits in the car and Malaya does the laundry? What? That's ridiculous. That's what it says. Patty said she last saw them when they came to visit. She said, not sure of the date, but said it was early in the week, 1 or 2 weeks before when they came over. Did they go Wednesday? So did they not go Wednesday? Remember how Janie would say Malaya could drive Daniel to work and come home and take him to lunch? Yes. Uh-huh. Exactly. How did Daniel know if Lily bruised her eye with the truck if he didn't go in? Bingo, 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 bingo. You are such a liar. It's what it sounds like to me. Don't believe he said in the car? Well, I believe Patty. Patty doesn't have a reason to lie. I mean, he was probably out smoking crystal, was what he was doing. Daniel stayed in the car and Malaya did laundry. Malaya and Daniel left to take Meadow to an appointment, and Malaya might have gotten groceries, but she couldn't remember if she took the children or not. Redacted. Patty said she spoke to Malaya almost every day. This is weird as hell. Maybe he wasn't welcomed inside her house. I mean, he lived there before. They said they spent 10 hours doing laundry, which to me is just crazy. That's crazy. On May 8th, 2025, McKendrick and Mackenzie took a statement from Ron McKenzie, Janie's brother. The following is a summary of what he said. Ron spoke to his sister Janie at 8:48 on May 2nd to see if she wanted to go into town with him. Janie said no. He said he called Janie again at 10:19 and she told him Jack and Lily were missing. But remember, Janie said she might have first realized that Jack and Lily were gone before she talked to her brother around 8 something. We read the other day. He went to Janie's place a few minutes after that, then to the neighbors to tell them what was going on. He went to town with his mother after that, and they got back around 1:30. So you didn't stay and look for Jack and Lily? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. It's so weird right now. So you didn't stay and look for Jack and Lily? She would have known by then. Yep, Brandy. So he goes there. He tells the neighbors. After he talks to Janie, he goes there. He goes over to the neighbors and says the kids are missing. And then he went to town with his mother after that and came back around 1:30 p.m. He got word he could go in the woods when he came back. So he searched for a while. Okay. The children have been in his house once, and he last saw them on April 19th as his daughter's birthday party at the fire hall. On May 8th, 2025, Mackenzie Corporal McKenzie and McKendrick took a statement from Edmund Dixon, who saw Daniel, Malaya, and the kids at the Dollarama on May 1st, 2025. The following is the summary. Edmund Dixon, also known Dixon, said he worked with Daniel at the Redacted and saw him at the Dollarama parking lot between 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 on May 1, 2025. Okay. They had a conversation for about 5 minutes in discussing enjoying time off work. He also saw Daniel's girlfriend and their baby. He said other people inside the vehicle and heard children's voices, but did not see who was actually in the back seat. McKenzie and McKendrick had a conversation with Redacted. The following is a summary, all redacted. McIntyre and took a statement from Cindy Murray, Malaya's mother. The following is the summary. Cindy said she spoke with Malaya over Facebook Messenger and used video chat. She checked her Facebook Messenger history and provided the following information. Cindy had a missed audio call on April 30th at 1:21 p.m. They had a 12-minute video call at 4:40 p.m. Cindy said she did not remember the exact call because they talk at least once a day or more. On May 1st, there was a missed call from Malaya at 2:52 p.m. and a video call at 3:37 p.m. This is Wednesday. Cindy said she called on video chat to see the kids, but nothing about the call stood out in her mind. On May 2nd, 2025, there was a redacted, and a message. Oh God, I would love to know what time. Would love to know what time that call was on the 2nd. They redacted that shit out for a reason. They sure did. They don't tell us what time that redacted calls were. How do you sit in a car with someone and not look? What do you mean? Okay. And a message from Malaya saying the kids are missing and the police were there. Cindy said she learned from her mother that the kids were missing because she left her phone in the house when she was in the barn, which is why she missed Malaya's call. She said she did not know what time her mother called to let her know. On May 17th, McIntyre took a statement from Chance Lays, Daniel's friend. The following is a summary. Chance Lays, Lays, said Daniel called him on Friday night to tell him the kids were missing. The kids were missing and asked if he would help with the search. Lays, Daniel, and their friend Adam Roy went out and searched on Saturday. Lays used to work with Daniel at Redacted and found him to be a hard worker who is reliable. Okay, then. And then a lot is redacted. On May 17, 2025, Donaldson took a statement from Justin Smith, who lives in the area where Jack and Lily went missing. The following is a summary. Justin Smith said he was on good terms with the McKenzie family and helped Janie out in the past. He did not know Malaya, Daniel, Jack, and Lily specifically. Okay. Lots redacted there. Smith helped with the search on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but did not find anything. On May 31st, 2025, Sergeant Stanton and Constable Ford took a statement from Natasha Haywood, who called the office to report she had seen two children in the area in Lansdowne on May 2nd. She later met with McIntyre and Donaldson in Lansdowne to show them where she saw the children. The following is the summary. Natasha Haywood was traveling with her son on Friday, May 2nd, 2025, in the Lansdowne area between 9:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. She saw two children walking on the side of the road. She described the following: a girl holding a young boy's hand. The girl was walking on the road itself, and the young boy was inside toward the ditch. He described the boy as being smaller than the girl. He was Caucasian with dirty blonde hair, wearing shorts. The girl was Caucasian with darkish hair in pigtails and was wearing a tank top with blue strings. Just slightly ahead of where the children walking was a Caucasian female between 50 to 60 years old with a quote loose curl in quote haircut, wearing a white shirt and blue shorts. She was standing next to the passenger side of an older model light gold or tan colored sedan with the rear passenger door open. On June 4, 2025, McIntyre and Donaldson met with Haywood at the intersection of Gairloch Road and Lansdowne Station. She explained the following. The two children she saw walking on Friday, May 2nd, were walking northbound towards Westville on the north side of Gairloch Road between the intersections of the train tracks and Lansdowne Station Road. The car she saw, which she thought was waiting for the children, was parked on the gravel shoulder at the intersection in Lansdowne Station and Gairloch Road. The female was looking towards the two children. Haywood provided the same description as above, but added she thought the girl was 9 or 10 years old and thought the boy was around 5 years old. Thoughts on that, chat? What's your thoughts on that? Investigators are working to identify the children seen by Haywood to determine if they were Lily and Jack. I don't believe they were Lily or Jack. Why not use Janie's washer spinner? Right. I agree. How far away was she from them? Why wait so long to report? On May 12, 2025, Daniel underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP detachment conducted by Sergeant Roe Bermenthal. I think that's Bartholomew. The following is the summary of the polygraph examination report. Sergeant Rose said the analysis of the polygraph tracings associated with Daniel's polygraph examination procedure indicated he was truthful. And there's a bunch of redacted shit. On May 12th, Malaya underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP detachment. in the report. They stated Malaya willingly agreed to undergo a polygraph examination in relation to the investigation in an effort to eliminate her as a suspect in causing her children's disappearance and possibly murder. She was found to have been truthful when answering the following questions. Redacted. And of course, Janie couldn't do it because, the last time she had a pap smear, the doctor needed rubber gloves and an oyster shucker. She's got a health condition. Why did it take so long to report this lady? Yeah. Cindy underwent a polygraph examination. The following is a summary. Cindy indicated that they was being truthful. Wade did a polygraph. Truthful. Cody. Truthful. I think the fucking machine is broke. Between May 2nd, 2025 and May 7th, 2025, GSAR performed a comprehensive search of the area where Jack and Lily went missing. The following is a summary. Amy Hansen was the search manager for the search area while Jack and Lily went missing. She said the first day the search focused on what GSAR calls hasty searches, meaning their searches are linear feature like streams, trails, train tracks, and roadsides. They also did some grid searching around the residence where Jack and Lily were last seen. That night, mountain bike teams came to do searches on the area. Boot prints were found on the pipeline by GSAR Friday night into Saturday morning. There were clumps of them that were two different sizes. How convenient. How convenient. Two of them that were two different sizes, right across from where that pink blanket was. She said they were small in size and correspond to what children would wear. They focused their search in that area because of the boot prints. They did grid searches in that area of the boot prints, but expanded out to waterways in the area as well. They conducted more searches in the area of the house. They brought in heavy urban dogs who use air scenting to find people that are alive. They heard reports of people with kids out searching, so they were not sure if the boot prints belonged to Jack or Lily. They did think it was out of the way area for people to bring kids to search. In an area of the search, they checked blinds, tree stands, and other structures that were open. They opened car doors if they were locked, but did not enter houses of those who lived in the area. GSAR conducted another search on May 17th to 19th in the area of Jack and Lily's residence. The area was searched had previously been done with hasty searches and a dog, but were not grid searched. Why? They conducted grid searches and overlapped in a few areas to search to ensure that they had not missed anything. Nothing was found related to Jack or Lily. They had about 70,000 drone photographs to review. If something is located on the drone photographs that needs further inspection, they will let the RCMP know that, and GSAR resources will go with an RCMP member to check on the area specifically. They did this on Monday night, May 19th, 2025, when the items were located in a drone photograph, but it turned out it was not related. Between May 31st and June 1st, a third GSAR search was conducted in the area where Jack and Lily went missing. This is the following summary. On May 31st, 2025, a bone was located by GSAR during the search, and it was seized and photographed by Constable Donaldson gave the bone to Corporal Matthew to deliver to the medical examiner's office. They provided the medical examiner's office with the bone, who determined it was not human. Okay, here is the underwater part. On May 8, 2025, URT went to the area and checked the following. 3 ponds were checked the area of a campground in a park near Jack and Lily's house. The boat was placed in all 3 ponds, and they used sonar to confirm there was nothing in the lake. There was a pond that was not easily accessible, they could not put a boat in it. It was not searched. Did they ever go search it? I'm going to read the rest. But did they ever go search it? On May 9, 2025, URT went to Lansdowne Lake. They used sonar to check the lake, and nothing was located. They checked all of the areas they believed were easily accessible to small children. Well, now y'all need to check the ones that aren't easily accessible. On June 19, 2025, URT did a further search in the area of Lansdowne. The following summary report. URT completed a search of a pond that had been done previously at the Lorda campground. Nothing was located. URT also checked a swampy pond related to a tip that was received that said the pond should be checked, but there was very little water and it was not suitable for diving or any other tools available to them. At 10:38 a.m., Mugford launched a RPAS from 1407 Gairloch Road and began initial searches utilizing both live camera and thermal imaging of a nearby swamp and waterways adjacent to the property. Mugford continued to grid search of the area contained between Lansdowne Road, Gairloch Road, and Lansdowne Lake, approximately 0.5 kilometers north of the residence. The search include a lower altitude over Lansdowne and hovered over Lansdowne Lake, performing a 360-degree scan of the lake and the water's edges. The results of the lake search were negative. At 2:07 p.m., Mugford brought his RPAS down due to the battery depletion because of the Department of Natural Resources helicopter, the RCMP helicopter, and the RPAS operation 10 Nepal were all carrying out aerial patrols. Mugford did not carry any other further flights. Mugford carried out vehicle patrol on Lansdowne Road between Gairloch Road and Montreal Road. He checked a number of concrete waterways and passed under the adjacent rail bed. All were negative. Oh, underside of Jack and Lily's residence. RPAS went under the trailer with the assistance of lights on the RPAS was able to view the majority of the front and the rear space below the trailer on the left side. The furthest space to the rear of the trailer could not be checked fully due to hanging insulation. He checked the right side and estimated he was unable to see about 2/3 of the right side of the trailer as the ground was sloped and the RPAS could not fit in the remaining space. All right, guys. That's all I'm going to read tonight for that. Only 700 more pages left. That's crazy. Daniel, stop lying. Do you guys think Daniel and Malay are still talking? I'm really interested. It is, Soldier Girl. So the drone did not get a full view under the mobile home. Correct. Now remember, she's on her own now. But those 2 ponds need to be checked. Yeah, she's gonna, I'm supposed to talk to her tomorrow. So I'll see what she's got on that. Someone said that there was, one second. She posted this. Let me see if she. I might, if you guys are up in a little bit. No, I don't know if I'll be up. God, it's 12:30. My day's crazy. You think they're still talking? I'm not either, Brandy. I'm not feeling satisfied with the searches. I'm not feeling satisfied with the interviews. I'm not feeling satisfied with the lie detector test. I think they're being too kid gloves on, like, Canada. Respectfully, Canada, you're just not hard. They're just not hard enough on law, like with these people. Like, I think we need to, some things like here, like we're too rough on, I think, like nonviolent crime, I think we're too rough on. And there, I just think they're too lenient on things. Too much redaction. Oh, we got Daniel saying some crazy stuff about the dogs. It's crazy. All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. You guys are amazing. We will have 2 or 3 lives scheduled for tomorrow. Buckle up because we're getting some information on some cases. So buckle up. If you guys have any information on any of the cases or any new cases that's happening, you can always text me 307-228-4906, or you can email me at alljustice, the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. I love you all. Appreciate you. Mattel, there's nobody like you. Look, he's the muscle man. He's the muscle man. Nobody like you, Mattel. Ohio doctor busted. I'm feeling so much better, Sassy. So much better. All right, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you. Y'all are up late like me. Much love, everyone. God bless.